Hi, I'm Mark Bachman from the Fly Fishing Shop in Welches, Oregon. I'd like to introduce you to a new product. It's called Pro Sportfisher UV Resin Thin Flex. I'm going to have my good friend Bruce Berry tell you all about the applications of it. This is some really good stuff.
Hi everybody, this is Bruce Berry with Pro Sportfisher. I'm up at the Fly Fishing Shop in Welches, Oregon. And today we're just kind of showing off and going through a quick video. It's our new Pro Sportfisher UV Thin Flex Resin. And what we want to do is just talk about a few of the properties. Probably many of you have played with UV glue. There's some things it does really well, some things it doesn't do so well. But I want to walk you through a quick tutorial on ours. A couple of things: it has a lot of bonding power. It has a long molecular chain, so it's very flexible when it dries, and it can protect fly parts. There's probably a million uses for it, but we'll just go through a few of them today, featuring some of the Pro Sportfisher products. One of the big things we've had is these soft heads. Those are injection molded. They're intermediate fly line material. They don't actually help sink, but they don't cause flotation, so you get neutral buoyancy. They work on tubes. You can slide them over hooks up to 6/0. They come in an array of sizes. And then putting the eyes in them has been somewhat tough to get them to stick and stay permanent. So we'll do one of those today. Some of the things it works really well for you guys that are check nymphers, let's see if you can see that in there, and you just want to protect your knots, double surgeons, nail knots, anything that may be really tough to see. It's 4 and 5X, but knot protection, backing to fly line, butt section to fly line, protecting knots. It holds really well. People tell me that they have a hard time with chironomids and the ability to have a resin stick to it. It bonds really well to those. Durable, it'll handle a bunch of trout. You'll probably lose a fly before the stuff falls off. Tab dyes, the ability to give it some flexibility and durability. That's just UV resin over film with the colors, and then we put some of the Pro UV Thin Flex resin on it that gives it an air of durability and flexibility, just to make your flies long-term durable. Synthetic jungle cock eyes, standard HD or the new Gen 3 will encapsulate those and make them durable. So the one we're going to do today for you real quickly is we're just going to set up a couple of Pro Cool Eyes from Pro Sportfisher in the rainbow color into a soft head, and we'll show you how to do that and how to make it durable. This has already been cut, so that little top cap, I like to shave it into a little taper and stuff a bodkin through it. That way I get low flow and I can decide how much flow. If you cut it all the way off, you're going to have high flow. Do it as you like. That's ready to go. And what we do, this will just take a couple of minutes here to show you one of these tutorials. We're going to drop just a little bit, not a bunch, on the eye itself. Our assistant, Mr. Bodkin, will help us grab the eye and put it in the head. And these soft heads have kind of injection molded sockets. This is set up for large, which is a 10mm eye. Now you'll find with this glue, Pro UV Thin Flex Resin, any UV light will work to cure it. Some are going to work better than others. 3 watts. This is a double Cree diode. This was a clear cure goo. Uses the CR123 batteries. The Loon Mega Light works good. You can use any light, but you'll have to mess around with your time to get full, results that you're looking for. With the higher powered lights, 6 to 7 seconds is all you need. Actually seems to even work better than a longer count to cure it. So now I've got the eye tacked in there, and what I'm going to do is just put a filling coat in here just to fill up the socket. And we'll nuke that. You'll see smoke here in a second. Not so much on that one. Then I like to just examine the eye, and I want to get a little bit of a doming effect to it. So the second coat, I've got a nice domed eye effect. There's some air bubbles in here, and this isn't specific to Pro Sportfisher glue. Any of these UV resins, if you have an air bubble that you don't like, just pass a lighter over it. That'll take care of the air bubble. 1, 2, 3, 4, there's some smoke, 6, 7, good. Now it's hot, we're gonna give it a 15-20 second cool down period, and then we'll just kind of mess with it and show you what it does. The second part of the demo, we'll talk about tack-free and how these things kind of work and how to get that desired effect. So once we're good, usually just a squash and the eyes will fall right out. You just can't dig these things back out of here. I mean, you can really get after them and the eyes aren't going to pop out. So I've kind of actually ruined that one and creased it, but the idea is that you get good adhesion, good bonding power, plastics to plastics, different materials, glass to glass, chironomids, knots, all that stuff. And for the last part of the demo, I'm going to show you about tack and tack free. All right, so we've just ran a bunch of glue around the O. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And what you'll find is we'll give it a couple seconds for the cool down. And people are going to ask of all UV cure products, is it tack free? I think they're asking, how does it cure? Does it fully cure? Right, so once it's got a cool down period, you put your finger on it, you're like, oh, there's a little stick to it. I've already done the R, totally clean. I've already done the P, totally clean. And here's the deal. With a little denatured alcohol, that's fully denatured. It's a little bit stronger than rubbing alcohol. Both will work to get rid of the film. The material naturally has some binders in it. And when you hit it with the UV light, the chemical reaction happens really, really fast. So what you do, get a paper towel or a little piece of cloth, give it a little rub, let that dry for just a couple of seconds. So the chemical reaction kind of happens like a microwave. It starts in the middle and goes top and bottom, and some of those binders are going to be lifted on as a surface film. Once you get rid of that surface film, totally tack free, just like the R, just like the P. Just a little clean with denatured alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and you won't have things stick to it. You won't have the product stick to other things, but it is fully cured and fully flexible. So thanks for stopping by and taking a look. It's UV Thin Flex Resin by Sportfisher. Fly Fishing Stop has it in stock.